Hello, everybody. Hello. Hoping everybody's doing good today. This is Sow and Tare Live, and this is every Monday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Some people come early because they're in different time zones and forget that it's Pacific time. If you have any questions or comments or something awesome that happened, go ahead and put it in the comments. If we're talking about something and you want to talk about something else, put it in the comments and we'll get to it. And it's always fun. I always have a nice little fun thing to talk about in the middle somewhere. And let's get started. Looks like people are here way before me. Please keep your comments family friendly. All right, here we go. Vase Place. So this is Verna. Verna is my moderator. Thank you. Verna's awesome. She has a YouTube channel as well. You can check it out. And she has lives on Saturday mornings and Wednesday in the middle of the day sometime. And she's awesome. Thank you. Verna says, "Hey, Katrina, I'm the first one here, but the fifth one to like." Awesome. Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Saying hi. I had hit the like button and went and did dishes. Others will be back if they can make it. Like the man that took his wife to the vet and not the doctor? What? You're silly. Verna saying hi. Well, at least that man knows his wife is loyal. Oh, jeez. Steve's here. Hi, Steve. Steve's S.O. Swanson. Hey, cousin Dawn. That man was Ed. Took his wife to the vet. Are we being serious? I would not put that past Ed. Saying hi. Oh, his voice was loyal. You guys are funny. Steve says, I've been here, but I was giving Jesse time to get here first. Oh, to get here first. I was going to let it be his birthday present. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's on yet. Happy birthday to Jesse. Jesse had his birthday the other day. Verna says, oh, yeah, birthday is yesterday. Yep. Forgot to send me a reminder. Uh-oh. I'm here. I'm here. Verna says, I have 14 little chirpers behind me. LOL. This is the quietest hatch I can remember. Yeah, Verna, did your incubator equalize out and able to have a good amount, or is it time to kind of check out your incubator? I know you're having struggles with that. Erin's here. Hi, Erin. I'm here, finally. Christina is sick, so I'm on kid duty and about to go collect eggs in the cold rain. Oh, I'm hoping Christina gets better soon. It seems like a whole bunch of stuff is going around, so hoping that she's feeling better and hoping nobody else gets it in the family. And you have rain. Well, rain's okay as long as it's not too much. Jesse is here. Hey, Jesse. Good evening, everyone. Happy birthday. Happy late birthday. Dale. Hey, Dale. Hello, all the way from wonderfully chilly state of Wisconsin. How are you doing? I hope that that you're doing well and your duckies are doing well. And everybody else is doing well there. Yeah, Verna put her channel, a link to her channel. You can go check that out. And everybody's saying hi. Let's see. Oh, look, Dale is here. Steve says, nothing to hunt today, huh? That's all right. That's all right. Everybody's saying hi. Steve says, this is what was here when I arrived. Ed got bait. Drive wife to vet. So not sure we'll make back in time for start. Oh, that explains a lot, Steve. All right. Well, we will see what happens with Ed and his wife. Hopefully everybody's okay. Oh, yeah. Verna says, nope, I think it's time to switch stuff out of that incubator. So every once in a while, an incubator does kind of go bad or the parts go bad or whatever. And so That's something Verna's dealing with right now. I haven't had that happen yet, but I do know that I need to clean my fan and all that. I'm going to do a video on that at some point, and I haven't cleaned that part yet. So, going to do that. Jesse says, LMAO, Steve, I was playing a game on my phone till time. Oh boy. Manuel is here. He's in the room. Hello, I'm here too. Didn't work as much today to be on time. Okay. Verna's saying, Aaron, give Christina my love. Yeah, I think we're all saying, everybody who's ill, get better soon, please. Everybody saying hi. Dawn's saying, congratulations on your little ones to Verna. Verna already needs coffee. We just got started, Verna. Dale says, always hunting here. That's why I said that. But trying to get ahead on cage orders this week. 4-day blizzard watch started tonight. Oh, wow. So do you have a generator set up so that you can continue to work? I mean, obviously the rest of your house and your animals and all that, but do you have enough generator to continue to like run power tools and stuff? Because I know you have a really good system down for that. Here's a good question for Dale. How many tools do you use to make your kits? Like if someone wanted to make their own thing, their own cage, what tools would they need? That's a good question. Aaron's gonna pass the message along. Hopefully all the messages gets to Christina and she will get better soon. Dawn says, I just came in with hot tea. It's chilly outside and soon it will be digits below zero. We don't get that cold here. But we have been freezing and we did get a very thick frost today. It was very white out this morning, and I also have tea in my giant cup. Which I need to take the thing out of. All right, everybody saying hi. Dale says 1 generator for birds, 1 for freezers, 1 for shop. That's good. That's a good idea. I don't have any generators right now, and maybe I should. I don't think it's charged up. I need to charge it up. I do have one that is it's like this big and it's like a plug it in the wall so you have enough battery for something. And I don't remember how many hours of like a refrigerator or something it's supposed to do. But I know for the freezers and stuff, like the freezers run better if you have if they're full. If they're full, they run best. And you just don't open them. If they don't have electricity, don't open them. And if you don't have much in your refrigerator, don't have much in your freezer, take some milk jugs, fill them with water, put them in. And once those are frozen, once those are cold, that will hold the cold in there. So that's a good tip if your refrigerator or freezer runs a little on the low side, on this empty side, just put stuff in it that takes up the thermodynamics will keep it colder longer if you have stuff in it. So that's a good tip. Yeah. All right. So Dale has answers 5 tools. There's 5 tools recommended from Dale's Quails on if you want to build your own cages. So staple gun, saw, tape measure, drill, and wire cutters. So I think probably most everybody has most of those things. So that's really good. Yeah, sounds good. And I know you have it down to an art, which is good. Thank you for sharing that, Dale. Verna's piggies got carrots. Piggies is the guinea pigs or cabbie. Dawn says, I'm just down from Dale's Quails in Illinois, and we have reports that we could get 16 inches of snow or 15 feet. I'm going to say it is meant to say inches of rain for Christmas. That is a lot. And that would be a really wet snow. If it's 16 inches of snow or 15 inches of rain, that's going to be a really wet snow. So be careful with shoveling because people do get injured and heart attacks and stuff from shoveling snow that's heavy. Take breaks, have some hot chocolate. There you go. Erin says, I have 3 whole house generators, 1 natural gas, 2 diesel. We typically lose electricity for 6 to 8 weeks for a hurricane. So yeah, Erin is down in Louisiana. And how many times has that happened since you've been, like, how many years have you been in your area and how many times have you lost power for that long? Because I'm not in any of those regions. The biggest thing that would happen here is an earthquake, which would take out power for sure. Well, not for sure, but if we had a big one, it could. Now, my house was built in 1954, and when I bought it, the inspector that went through the house, he told me my foundation was beefy. It's beefy. So it has gone through the major earthquakes in the area, which we're a little ways away, but I feel comfortable with where I am that nothing big would happen to my house unless it was like humongous. So yeah. Dale says run freezer 1 hour for every 8 hours of no power when filled completely. Yeah. So if you have the opportunity and you have the generator to do that, do that. But if you don't have a generator, the advice is to leave it shut. Like, don't even open it. And because the more times you open it, you're going to lose that cold that's already in there. If you don't open it, then it can stay frozen for a while. So 1 hour. That's good recommendation. Dawn says, I have a whole house generator, and then we have wind generator with battery bank. That is awesome. I've been in places that have wind generators, and it's pretty interesting how that works. Steve says, Dawn, 15 feet of rain. Do I need to loan you a boat? Yeah, I think she missed a little on the measurement there. Dawn says, I'd rather have snow, not the rain, but I am close to the dividing line. We have a snowblower. Yeah, no rain blowers out there, huh? The thing about being on the edge is that you can get freezing rain, and you can get like the stuff that turns to slush really easy, and then it freezes after it's been melted slush. And so you get roads that are all bumpy. I grew up with some snow, not as much as you guys get, but with some snow. And the worst driving conditions is after things have partially melted and then refrozen. So I hope you get snow. Verna says, I don't have a generator. My freezer is full, but I have plenty of oil and cotton yarn to make lamps and heaters. Yes. So you can do that. You can also make a heater with terracotta pots and tea light candles. So, and those I've heard have been they're pretty efficient, and you can heat quite a big space. I should probably actually do that. I know how to do it. I haven't done it. But I know how to do it, and I should probably just do it. We used to, in Girl Scouts, we would make it out of tuna fish can. We would wrap cardboard and put oil in there, and then you could light that, and we would also put like lint from the dryer, and that would be another thing to put into that tuna fish can, and then you put like a coffee can on top of that, and go from there. Just a minute. Manuel, can you close the door? I can hear him. He's on the phone. Sorry, guys. All right. Let's see. Oh, so Aaron says he's been there 2 years in a row with combined outage of 15 weeks. Man, that is a lot. That's a lot. Have you guys thought of investing in like solar or wind or some? I know that can go out too, and that can be affected by the hurricane too, but it might be something that you could fix yourself and get up and going yourself. Yeah. But at least you have it, and hopefully what you have is working. Christina made some cute quail egg candles last week. They burned for 2+ hours. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of shells saved to do that, and I haven't made them yet, but I have a whole bunch of shells saved. Yeah, I have plans. Verna says that's cool. Aaron. Dawn says, yeah, 15 inches, not 15 feet. And we had a boat, but I can't walk, so we sold it after I had to crawl out on the dock. Ooh, that's not good. Solar does not work here, and we have the panels, but we just had 3 weeks of darkness, no sun. We rarely get sun in the winter. Wow. That is that's really dark. Where are you again, Dawn? I don't remember. Yeah. And Dawn says ice bumpy roads are normal around here. Yeah, that whole melting and then freezing thing. Yeah. Vera says they say that the weather for Christmas is unreliable until it's just about here. Yeah. Only if the coffee cans are metal and not plastic. Right. I don't drink coffee, so I am a little bit more oblivious as to what they come in, but you're right. I think they come in plastic now. We use the coffee can over the tuna fish can to make the little oven thing. But those were metal. Good distinction, Verna. Jesse says we are supposed to keep dropping in temp every day through Christmas. Yeah, here we're not. I mean, it doesn't get cold, but it's going to be in the 30s at night. Excuse me. And so it's going to be in 30s at night, and then after Christmas is supposed to rain. So we don't have like winter like a lot of you guys do. Yeah. Dawn says my weather guy says he'll update it in 28 hours because we start Wednesday night and Thursday morning. Yeah. Well, hopefully on the good edge of that weather. Verna says I don't like that forecast for here. I hate snow and I hate ice more, both because I have to walk Lucy 5 times a day. Yeah, you guys, I've not used them, but I have heard they're good. But crampons, the little spikes that clamp onto your shoes, that would be a good thing for you to have if you don't already have them. Yeah. Dale says same here, Dawn. Today was first sunny day in 18 days. Wow. Yeah, we got quite a bit of rain, and then we haven't had rain for all this past week. It was all last weekend that we got the rain. Yeah. Okay. Southwest Central Illinois is where Dawn is. Okay. The darkness is depressing. Some people go to tanning beds to get their UVs in, but now there's UV lights. So if you're having issues with that, maybe try getting a UV light. And that would be, don't burn yourself. Wear sunscreen. But that might be helpful. Yeah. Brenna says the Rockies are saving your area. Yeah, the Rocky Mountains are a big thing for things for the weather to get over. Our weather typically comes from the northwest and comes down this way. Typically, we rarely get storms from the south, but we usually get it from the north and west. Yeah. From Moline. Okay, is Steve. Verna says diamond ice trackers are the best. Okay, cool. Is that a type of crampon like thing? I haven't heard of that one, but I'm guessing that it's similar. Yeah. Oh, Dawn says that Steve is 4 hours north of you. North of her. I have all my hydroponic lights and enjoy bright room. They can knock your eyes out. Dawn, maybe wear sunglasses. Dale says my shop is lit by full spectrum LED grow lights as my basement is full of hydroponics. Awesome. Dale, do you do aquaponics? Because aquaponics might be better than hydroponics. And you would get fish out of the deal. And I know you can either I'm not a fan of eating fish. I don't like the taste, but other people do. So you can grow all sorts of fish in a aquaponic system, but you can also grow. So you can grow fish to eat, but you can also grow like fish for like rare markets. So like not for eating, but for pets. You can grow them for the pet trade. And like if koi are big in your area, you could grow out big koi and sell those when they get bigger and stuff like that. So that would be another revenue source for you, Dale. And I'd be interested to hear if you do start doing that. I've thought about that. Yeah. Because talking. Oh yeah, Steve is now in Mississippi, just south of Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. It did okay. Verna says they're just called ice truckers. Okay. Always wanted yaks. Don says, yeah, I never had any of those. I remember when we had snow, we just wore snow boots and slipped and fell. And sometimes if you didn't have snow boots, I remember putting bread bags over our tennis shoes. But that didn't happen very often, but it did happen. Or if you had your snow boots that happened to get a hole in them somehow, you wore your bread bags into the, the snow boots. I don't know. Did anybody else wear bread bags? Yeah. Oh, Verna has a link there for UV lights. Awesome. Dale says no aquaponics infrastructure for that won't be going in until 2024. Awesome. 2024 is you have it on the plans. I have a name for you that I can give you later of a guy who's done lots of research with aquaponics, and he sounds like you guys would get along. If I don't give you that, remind me, and I'll try and look up his name. Yeah. Hey, Kelly's here. Feather Connections. Hey, I'm here. Welcome. Don says, "Oh, you wanted to move." Had to do a show at a casino down there and loved it in, I think, MS is Mississippi. Awesome. Okay, Vernon put Ice Trekkers link. So we want nobody to fall this winter, okay? No falling. Oh boy. All right, so I have yesterday's video. If you guys saw it, I had meringues. I made meringues, and from that I separated the yolks from the whites, and I showed you guys all how I do it. And I believe it was Dawn and Verna also commented on how they did it. I want to hear how you guys do it. So go ahead and put a comment if you have separated quail egg yolks and egg whites, and comment how you do it. So I know people have done it with a slotted spoon. There's other tools out there that people have done it with. I've learned that for me, it just works with just 2 spoons and kind of figuring it out. My slotted spoon, the slots are too big. But I believe it was Dawn. I don't remember if it was this Dawn or another Dawn. Somebody used something and it made me think of a melon baller. So I don't know if anybody's used a melon baller or not. Anyway, so let us know. Kelly says I separate the eggs with 2 big bottom halves of the quail eggs. Yep. So I've seen that method as well. It's kind of like how you do with chicken eggs, except for you use the bottoms because the top of the quail egg is so tiny, and that's just going back and forth. Yeah. Dawn says I've never separated quail eggs yet. I do have an old Tupperware eggs separator, and I should try it. That's probably not going to work for quail eggs because try it. You may prove me wrong, but the yolk will likely go through that slot. I think the ones you're talking about has like 2 slots. It'll fit through the slot. You won't think it will, but it will. It fits through the slots of the my slotted spoon. So yeah. Kelly says cut off both tops and bottom. Oh, and boom. I don't know if you're saying both tops and boom, or if you're saying tops and bottom. Yeah. Verna says, typical egg separators don't work on quail. Yeah, I know, I tried. Yeah, so that's why I'm trying to figure out who's doing what works for who, and maybe we should do like a speed competition or something at some point, see how people do it and how fast they are at doing it. If there is a fast way to do it, or if it's just all going to take time. Yeah. Hey, Cali Quail Keepers. Awesome. Welcome. I did get something in the mail from you. I have not opened it yet. But thank you. So Cali Quail Keepers is Brooke, and she says, "Hey girl, are you into mushroom foraging? 'Tis the season." So Brooke, the only mushrooms I have foraged is morels in the Midwest, because they are very obvious, and chanterelles from my grandma's yard. And the chanterelles were this big. So that actually brings me to my topic that I was going to, it's not really a topic, but it's something I was going to ask you guys. Open it now? Okay, I'll tell the story and then I'll open it. So that is something. I have a few cookie videos you guys have seen. I think it's okay to concentrate on that. 'Tis the season, right? But I don't know if you guys are sick of cooking and cookie videos right now. So the two videos for Tuesday and Thursday are going to be mushroom based, mushrooms in your garden, and not like how to eat them or anything, and a pie crust recipe that's really good. So I need you guys to vote who wants tomorrow's to be a pie crust recipe and who wants tomorrow's to be a mushroom garden thing. And I'll put those in whatever order you guys want. I just don't know if you're tired of cooking videos. So, okay, let's see what you guys saw. Dawn says I'll just try it just for fun. Otherwise, I'd probably use 2 bottoms of the shells. Okay. Jesse says, hi, Brooke. Verna says, someone told me to use a clean, empty water bottle to get those yolks out of the white. See, I've heard about that. That's using the suction. So like you put the water bottle upside down, squeeze it, and then put it on the egg yolk and open it, and it's supposed to suck up the yolk. I've never tried that. If anybody's tried that, let us know how it works. Open it now. Okay. I'm going to open it now. But you taped it. Let me go get scissors. All right, I'm back. All right, we have one vote for pie crust. And Brooke says, mushroom pie quiche. Loved the meringue video. I'm not making mushrooms out of the mushrooms in my garden. Mushroom pie quiche. I have made mushroom quiche before, which is good. Yeah. Pie crust. Aaron says pie crust too. Okay. It's a really good recipe that I got online, and I don't remember the website that I got it from. But we're adjusting it with quail eggs. So I'll have to do that tonight because I have forgotten. I forgot to do it earlier when I made it earlier. It's funny when you film a bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of things you're like, maybe should have filmed that when I did that thing. Maybe people want to know about this. Yeah. Diana, hi Diana. Diana Tuttle, Tut Farms. Hello from Kansas. Pie crust. You're tuning in just to vote. Okay, we're doing pie crust, man. Thank you. Verna says impossible pie tastes like coconut quiche when cold. Interesting. Yeah, well, welcome. All right. Oh, okay. I have to get all this stuff out. I'm opening stuff from Brooke. You guys can't see what I'm doing here. Very cool. Little keychain. It's kind of washed out. There's the color to kind of block the thing there. Awesome. Cute. My goodness. You gave me a care package. Oh, is this a piece of quartz? No, what is this? It's crystals of some sort. Very cool. That bright light is washing out everything. Thank you, Brooke. Goodness. I've decided that I'm doing New Year's stuff instead of Christmas stuff because everything Christmas happens too fast. A geoshell. Not for sale, friends only. Aw. Oh. Oh, it looks like it broke. I'll have to glue this back together, but it's a heart with feathers. That is a good idea. That's a good idea. Thank you. I'm gonna have to glue that back together though, because that's pretty. All right. Be careful with that one. Thank you. Thank you very much, Brooke. Yeah, not for sale, friends only. Oh, quartz crystal. I was right. Okay. Yeah, quartz is good. Quartz is a nice clear. Well, sometimes clear, sometimes it's whitish. And then you have rose quartz. So, yeah. Oh. Oh, send another dang UPS. I don't know. People, you would think that especially during the holiday season, people would be gentle with packages, but they just don't. They're just not careful. Jesse says those are cool. I agree. Oh, it's the quartz crystal that broke the heart. I don't think so. The way it was packaged, she packaged that in this, and this was all the way around it. So I don't think it was that, but maybe. Yeah, very nice, Diana says. Callie, Brooke says, I have insurance. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to tonight film making pie crust. Now this pie crust recipe is something that makes a lot, and you freeze it in the freezer for later, which is why I like it. One, it tastes good. Two, you can freeze it before it's cooked, and then or baked, and then you can take out however much you want and use however much you want. It makes 3 double pies worth. So if you have like an apple pie that has a top crust and a bottom crust, it makes 3, or it makes 6. Regular pies that only have a bottom crust. So that is what I will be doing tonight and posting for tomorrow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Brooke. Yes, tell about your rare fruit adventure. So I belong to the California Rare Fruit Growers, and we had in Santa Cruz, we had our there we go. We had our holiday get together this weekend, and so it's so nice whenever it's a good group of people. Just like the quail community is a good group of people, the fruit community is a good group of people. Like all these people that wants to grow things, they're all good people. And they actually have an annual holiday party, basically. There's a potluck. And what's wonderful about potlucks for people who love, food is everybody brings stuff they make. You've all been to a potluck where somebody brings, a platter of vegetables and from the store and a thing of whatever from the store. I think there was only 1 tin of cookies from the store. Everybody else made them, and maybe even the cookies in the tin may have been homemade. I don't know, but there was all sorts of fun stuff, all sorts of fun people. I actually brought home some pretty cool plants. I brought home a white, I don't remember what it's called, white sugar pineapple. I don't know, a type of pineapple that is a white pineapple that's super sweet. And so it's a plant, and it has 1 or 2 babies in there as well, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be showing you guys that at some point. And then I also came home with a banana plant and a couple, 1 or 2 figs. I don't remember if it's 1 or 2. I think 2. And so that was pretty cool to be gifted those. And people like to share at these events, and it's all fun. They had their annual meeting, so we learned a lot about things. We had a slideshow, and it was pretty cool. So if you are in California, I encourage you to join California Rare Fruit Growers, because it is a good group of people, good, wonderful knowledge amongst these groups. And I belong to several chapters. Only a few of the chapters are like, there's some chapters that aren't that active right now since COVID, but there's a lot of stuff that you can do outdoors that people actually do that, share knowledge and all of that. So it's pretty cool. Berna, what about rare fruit? Yes, so that it's fun. People make all sorts of food out of that. Quail Town, hey Quail Town, welcome. Finally made it home, about to eat a steak. Where's mine? I need a steak. Everybody's saying hi. And yeah. Oh, tree collards, yes. So Brooke, I am going to ship you those. I have only one that came up this year that was purple, but I'm going to cut that and send you that, and then I'll send you some that are just regular tree collards. And I think it must have, my purple tree collard must have hybridized with the regular tree collards. So I think that is actually a hybrid. But yeah, I will send you that. And they do cuttings really easily. Like maybe I'll root them first. Maybe that'll do that. Awesome. Yes, I'll give you them. Hey, Ed. Whoops, I finally made it home from vet and about to eat my steak. You have, your steak. So did you leave your wife there, or is she okay? Verna really loves figs. Yeah. Yeah, figs are wonderful. If you guys have had figs only in the grocery store, you're missing out. If you have fresh figs, that is wonderful. And there are so many varieties of figs, and figs have been around for thousands of years. So, and there's varieties that are known varieties that have been around for thousands of years too. So it's pretty awesome when you have that history that's known. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi to Ed. Ed, what did the vet say to your wife? Oh, is Ed Quailtown? I'm guessing that is. Otherwise, they're both sitting down the steak. Verna says a bite of fresh figs is like a taste of heaven. Yes. Yes. So you can grow figs indoors if you want to. You can grow figs outdoors. There are figs that are cold hardy down to pretty low. I don't remember how low they can go, but pretty low. Yeah. So if you're in an area and you have room for fig, grow one, grow 2, grow 5. Brooke says my cold season veggies are doing great, planted in composted rabbit and quail poo from seed. Have you had frost? Awesome. Yeah, I was thinking about, in fact, my neighbor and I went together to the nursery the other day. I did buy some artichokes because I wanted more artichokes and I didn't want to plant them by seed. But we both were thinking about, we're going to be starting seeds soon. I haven't heard back. You guys have been talking about the tomato stuff. I have not heard back from Wild Boar Farm. I'm going to call them again tomorrow. Or not again. I'm going to try and contact them again tomorrow. I think they're just busy. That's fine. But I did, for the value added summit that I attended, I won a $100 gift card for Johnny Seeds, and I did email them and ask them about heat tolerant tomatoes, and they had some suggestions. So I'm going, once I get that gift card, I'm going to order some from them, order some from, different places, and see what comes up. And yes, we have had frost. We've had frost every day for a very long time now. And so I didn't have anything outside that was not frost hardy. Everything outside is frost hardy right now. My peppers are inside in my green stock. Put that inside and yeah, go from there. Yeah. Verna says there is even a variety of fig. Yep, named Chicago Hardy. Yep, and Chicago Hardy, I believe, fruits twice a year. I may be mistaken. Maybe it only does that here. I don't know. Brooke says, I love Johnny's. Yay. Have you heard of cardoon? Yes. In fact, cardoon is one of those things that is a weed around here. So cardoon is related to artichoke, and it's basically what you eat is the leaf. I have seeds. I can send you seeds if you're interested with when I send you the other stuff. But I have seeds. I think I still have those. I may have given them away. If I still have them, I'll send you some. I was thinking about growing some, and then in their weed. But so you can eat the weeds. So yeah. Ed says, took 3 bearded dragons to the vet. One has parasites, one is too skinny, and the third has gained weight. So it's a good thing wife is fine. Okay. Yeah, Ed, we were all under the impression that you took your wife to the vet, but you must have taken her to the vet for your bearded dragons. Yeah. Jesse says, Ed, beardies are awesome reptiles. I miss mine. Okay, so Brooke says, I sent Kristen some. I have. So you have the cardoons. Have you? So you have grown it, or you only have the seeds? Because I've never grown it and eaten it. And the next question is there like a substantial portion of each leaf that you can eat? Because it is the leaf that you eat. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. So some people have whole gardens for their bearded dragons, or other iguanas and stuff like that. I was once involved with the college, and they had like an iguana in the hallway of the science building that, like, I don't know, was a mascot or something, and his name was Chub Chubs because he was chubby because they fed him and that's all that he did. Yeah. Fun stuff. So, well, we only had a couple people respond to how they separate their eggs. Anybody new on here? How do you separate your eggs, your yolks from your whites? That was the question of the day. Okay, so Brooke said seeds, and I'm growing indoors now, never harvested. Yeah. I know they grow without water here. Like once they've established, they grow, and they're these huge plants. I don't know if, how many years old those are. I know they can get spines, and I don't know if there's varieties. So there may be spineless varieties. So yeah, that's something else to think about when you are growing something. In some places it's a weed. Like I know they sell blessed milk thistle. Oh my gosh, don't buy that. Don't buy it. It's a weed. It's edible. It's medicinal, but it spreads everywhere, and it's terrible to walk through. And it's a thistle. If you want to grow that, just get off the side of the road. So some of these, think about what they are before you buy seeds for them. If you really want them, just get them out from where they grow. Don't bring them into your garden. Yeah, thistle. Yeah, so Brooke's laughing at me. Yeah, blessed milk thistle. And I'm like, I think I've only seen the word blessed in front of that name when it's on a seed pack. It's always just called milk thistle. I'm sure it does have medicinal qualities, and it is edible, and it doesn't taste bad. But Yeah. It's a funny example. Another thing, like a native thing that comes up here is miner's lettuce, and you'll see that as claytonia. There's different kinds of claytonia, but like I just ate some today out of the yard, and it is an invasive in my yard. It's native, but it's an invasive in my yard, and I eat it, but I don't eat as much as I should probably because it's there. I might as well. One year I did make pasta out of it, and that was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. But also that is a I went to a fancy restaurant once that we had a gift card, and they had a single piece of miner's lettuce on the top of the dish, and that made it fancy. And I'm like, this is a weed in my yard. So there's also opportunity in what you might call a weed in your yard. I have not cashed in on that opportunity. I probably should, huh? Yeah, so Brooke is saying holy basil is a favorite, not blessed. Yeah, holy basil is really good. Really any basil is really good. I don't think I've had a basil I didn't like. There's one that's I think it's African blue basil, and I've only seen it as a plant at this one nursery, and it's really, really good. It smells so good, and it tastes delicious too. Yeah. Britta says it's like buying dandelion seeds. Exactly. Look around, see what you have. I have a friend and colleague who used to have a tortoise, and he would go to the post office and collect their dandelion flowers for his tortoise. And the neighborhood kids would bring in all these dandelion, things for the tortoise, and the tortoise was well fed. Don't have to spend money on seeds for weeds. Yeah. Brooke says, I love miner's lettuce. Tasty. Yeah. And high in vitamin C. So that's good. Yeah. Anyone ever try chocolate basil? I think I did once, and it doesn't taste like chocolate. It's just brown. I mean, it's just like dark in color. Yeah. Brooke says, we have a bunch of mullein and common mallow now. So mullein showed up in my yard. It is nowhere near my property in town. Like I've never seen it like within 2 miles at least. And it showed up in my yard in 2020, which is fortuitous because mullein tea, you dry the leaves and you make a tea out of it, and then you have to skim or pour it through a sieve so that you get all the fuzz out. And that is good for respiratory infections. Well, what happened in 2020, right? So I now have some dried mullein, and that was interesting. And common mallow. Yeah. Mallow is another edible. Cheeseweed is one type of that, but you can eat, I think, the whole plant. Rabbits like it. I know that. And probably quail. I haven't fed it to quail, but I know they like it. Yeah. Ed is Quail Town. I'm guessing that's what he's saying. Yeah. So Brooke says, beautiful blessings in the garden. So soft. Are you talking about the mullein? Yeah. Mullein is very soft. Chickweed too. Chickweed you can eat it. To me, it doesn't taste great. I think it's something you have to have mixed with something. Yeah. Yeah. Ed says, yes, bear dyes are cool. One of them is 9 years old. Bear dyes? Bear D's? What is that word? I'm wondering if it's a typo. One of them. Oh, beardies. Bearded dragon. Got it. 9 years old. How old do they grow to? That's a horrible English sentence here. How old do they get? Beardies. That's what you're writing. Separate channel, says Ed. Verna says, it is the seed you roast like pumpkin seeds or eat them raw. The weed is great for chickens and rabbits. Okay. The seeds are really small, right? Isn't it like a poppy seed or smaller size? I've never actually seen the seed itself. That would be interesting. Does it have a medicinal benefit as well? Like, does it have a like a herbal remedy type thing, Verna? It says stupid spell check. I figured it out. I figured it out, Ed. Average age is for bearded dragons is 5 to 8 years old. Nice. And you have a 9-year-old. Wow. Oh, half the size of a garbanzo seed. Chickweed. I'm going to have to look that up because I don't think what I am calling chickweed is the same thing you are calling chickweed. And I may be totally off with that name. There's common names, right? There's common names for everything. Yeah. Brooke says, I have a 2.5-year-old chameleon Rango. Did you name him after the cartoon? Love him. He eats black soldier flies like crazy. Yeah. Oh, let you check. You don't remember? Uh-oh. I was going to check after. Because I thought chickweed was like the leaves were like that big and the flowers were super tiny. But there are multiple. The thing about plants, especially medicinal plants, there can be multiple common names. So you always want to look at what the scientific name is to be accurate and certain, because there are common names that are the same for multiple Latin names, multiple scientific names. Yeah. It says we have several that are 8 or 9 years old. Wow. Awesome. Well, I hope that all of them are good from the vet and that the skinny one gains weight and the fat one loses weight. Sounds like you have a three little bears things going on. Brooke says, do you have cleavers? I know that name. Let me look it up. And see. Yeah, so that's gallium, right? It showed up in the yard probably from some of my field visits, and it probably just came off. Yeah, so that's called gallium. It's also called bed straw. So if you take it off and you can throw it at someone and it'll stick to their clothes. Yeah. So yeah, we do have that. That grows more in the woodland areas, not like in residential areas, but I have had it in my yard and I usually pull it just because I don't want those. They have very sticky, spiky seeds, and there's many different varieties of gallium. Yeah. Cleavers is what you call them. Yeah. We have it. And Brooke says we have native gallium everywhere. Yeah, they call it bed straw because is another name because you have like if you roll around in the straw and you come out with a bunch of straw on you, that's what it would look like if you rolled around in the gallium. and it sticks everywhere in your hair and in your we've just thrown it at people and have it stuck. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so now's the time to start looking for some of these plants that are coming up. In fact, I just took a pictures for this next week in review, which shows the miner's lettuce in multiple different stages of maturity. So you can see what that looks like when you're out looking for things. Gallium is also edible. I don't know. It probably has some herbal medicinal use that I don't remember this time. I think I looked it up one time. I think it does, but it is edible, so you can like steam it and eat it like spinach. Verna was advertising her ice trekkers again. Yeah, so now's the time to look for some of those things. I mean, fiddlehead is going to be starting here pretty soon. Everything, at least in California. You guys over in the Midwest, you got to wait a while. But things are starting to green up. The hillsides are starting to green up because of all the rain. And so there's a lot of things that we can eat here greens-wise. That is good. Another one is Rumex. That's sorrel. There's different sorrels that are out, and sorrels are edible. They have a lemony. Some of them have a lemony flavor. Some of them have a more salty profile, and they're good. The only thing with them, if you are foraging sorrel, don't do it off the side of a road because they do accumulate heavy metals. And so you don't want, if you're foraging off along the side of the road, you really need to be careful and go further from the road, because a lot of stuff comes off, comes out of the roadway, the tar and all that, or off just from the cars that are on it and the exhaust, all of that. So be careful with that. But there are some things you can start foraging right now, at least in California. So, okay. So, Verna says, good for itchy skin and pulmonary disorders. Is that the chickweed or the gallium, the cleavers that you're talking about for that? Yeah. So Brooke says, focus on perennial herbs and veggies, medicinals. Yes. Yeah. If you can have something take up space in your garden and not have to replant it and it will come back on your own, then that's good. Yeah. So Verna says chickweed. So chickweed is good for itchy skin and pulmonary disorders. Awesome. I had heard, now that you said that, I think I watched something. I think it was in the Value Added Summit. There was a lady that was making chickweed and calendula, I think, a salve out of that for like eczema issues. I think that was it, chickweed and calendula. But yeah, cool. Yeah, I like perennials because I don't have to grow them every year, and they're going to come up reliably, and they're going to be there the next year. And there are plants that act like perennials because they readily reseed and the seeds come up every year. So they're not actually a perennial, but they reliably are in your yard. So there should be another name for that, like readily self-sown or something. Yeah. Yeah. So those are the good things. You have comfrey, correct? Great for rabbits and birds. Yes, I have comfrey, and if Dale is on here, I still have not dug up the comfrey roots and parted them out. Comfrey grows from root cuttings, and I have not done this yet. And I asked Dale a very long time ago if now is when I should do it, and the answer was yes. So yeah, I have just a couple of comfrey plants, and I am wanting to do more. Yeah, check in with me, see if I do it. Do you have comfrey as well, Brooke, or other people on here? Comfrey is really good. It's good for skin salve as well, and for the other name is bone knit. It's supposed to be very healing externally for that. And then it is, it's a good forage food. Yeah. So Brooke also needs to divide hers. Yeah, I need to do that. There's so many things that you need to do, right? So many things on the list that you need to do. Ed, you're okay. Keep on eating. Yeah. All right. Well, has anybody have any questions or comments? And because we're gonna wrap up a little bit. Verna says, in an apartment, I have to limit what I can grow, or rather, space limits what I can grow. Right, but you're in an area that you can forage. Like you can do some serious foraging if you can get out to a wooded area where you are, or a meadow area where you are. You can do some serious foraging out there. Yeah, Verna's in Ohio. Brooke says, been getting free shavings and chicken poo from work, spreading out in the garden. Awesome. Vera says, nope, I'm in town, can't drive. You need to get a group going, a foraging group going, and get a ride with someone. That would be the way to do it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that'd be a way to do it. Brooke says, thanks, Katrina. Take care. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts. Oh, that got some sparkle on the edge here. Oh, it's the light's too bright. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, I think if nobody else has anything to say, we're gonna say good night. But as the vote was, we're doing the pie crust video for tomorrow, and then Thursday's video is going to be about mushrooms in your garden. So, get ready for some pie crust. I really do like this recipe, and I think you're going to love it. And I get compliments on it every time I make a pie. They're like, oh, this pie crust is great. It is. It is great. All right. We're going to say goodnight. Oh, Berna says I can get all the plantains I need for free. Yes, we have that here too. That is like all the way across the United States and probably beyond. I know it's in Europe as well. I don't know how far it goes. Yeah. Good night, everyone, says Jesse. I got bait says have a great night, and sorry I missed more than half of live. That's okay. You got the second half. Verna says have a blessed night, everyone. 4th time I've driven this year. Wow. Congratulations, Ed. You're moving. You're moving. All right. Have a great evening. And I am going to do a live next Monday. I know that's the day after Christmas. I'm planning on doing it. There's no reason I'm not going to. We might have not that many people, but that's okay. So same time, same channel, 6 p.m. Monday on next Monday. So, all right. Have a great night and enjoy the week and have a great holiday. Great Christmas. Great other holidays are going on. Enjoy. Oh, Andy Rabbit says hello and goodbye. Hello, goodbye. All right. Have a good one. Merry Christmas.